the in-laws are across the road as well. They're about just opposite the mosque as well. So everyone's very good, and the sisters, my wife's sisters, are all within for about 10-15 minutes of here as well. And there's 7 of those, and there's kids, and there's so yeah. There's no lack of contact within the community, but equally there were people, when I went through the conversion, who've been incredibly supportive and invited us around for food, and so there's been there's been no end of support and someone there, and if there was ever a question, I could lift the phone and ask the question. So if anything came up, and I in no way profess to understand anything at any length at this point, but certainly if there's anything that's ever come up as a question, there's always someone I can ask the question, and that's quite refreshing.
Now, you must have had friends before you converted to Islam.
Absolutely, yeah.
Are they still your friends?
Absolutely, yeah. My friends are. I'm very selective with my friends, and they're in no way judgmental, and they were supportive of me converting, and they were absolutely supportive of my marriage. So I've not had it. I have a very small, tight group of friends, so I don't have lots of friends, but I probably maybe 4 or 5 people I would call friends, and those have been incredibly supportive of it. So there's been no questioning. I think people who know me well enough will know that I'll make a decision based on what I believe to be right, but I'll do it because I feel it's right for me, and I tend not necessarily to ask them permission for that. And equally, I would, in the same way, I would respect their views in life. They thankfully and respect mine. So I've had absolutely no issues in and around my friends. They've asked questions about what it involves, which I've done my best with the support of my wife and family to explain that. But beyond that, no, it's not changed anything. No.
Now, it hasn't been long since you made that journey to Islam. About what, a year and a half?
A year and a half. Yeah.
Year and a half. And how are you coping with learning how to pray, to fast, the surahs or the verses you need to recite in prayers? Is it tough?
It's difficult. Yeah, I must admit, my as you probably can tell, my Arabic isn't fluent. But
well, we haven't tried speaking Arabic.
No. Thankfully, we haven't. It would be a very short conversation. But when I did the conversion, I had to learn the passage of Arabic, and thankfully there are things out there to aid you. So things like YouTube. So there are things out there that can help you go that. Also, when it comes to prayer and fasting, my wife is my guide with that. And her brother and her family have been incredibly supportive. So, myself and my wife will pray together. And I'll on occasion I'll do something wrong, and I'll be corrected, and then I'll do it right. But no, I don't think it's hard. I think if you're dedicated enough to anything, you can get it right. I think it's just a case of practice, and it becomes habit. But no, I tend to lean on my wife a lot about understanding, and I'm always questioning her on various bits and pieces that I'll have read. And I got a great copy of the Quran when I converted, which thankfully is in English, in red underneath the Arabic. So I can ask lots of questions in around that. But no, I think had I not had the support network, I think it would be very, very difficult, and incredibly so. But I think there are a lot of resources out there now for you that are digital. That aren't necessarily that aid you, and also lots of information in helping you understand it. But nothing like having family members supporting you through that process.
Now, I suppose this is your second Ramadan.
This is yes.
So last Ramadan was your first.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, tough.
How did you find it?
Yeah,
especially with the long days.
Yeah, not easy. Not easy, but I suppose again, I think the difference is if you're alone doing this, I can imagine it being very, very difficult. I think the fact that it becomes interesting. Interestingly, the thing I found around Ramadan is that everyone becomes much closer. We have daughters and son-in-laws, and everyone is going through the same process. So it's not a lonely. It would be unusual to eat outside of fasting. It would seem strange if anything else, and it's a great way to get in shape as well. So it helps. but yeah, it's not hard when the people around you are following that sort of regime. I think it would be harder if you were turning up and everyone was eating various times of the day. But no, it's not difficult. It's a discipline without question.
It is.
And I find keeping busy works. If you're keeping busy and focused on work or throughout that time, it's not too bad. But no, and then just we break fast and we eat well, and then usually go to sleep. But usually tired then.
Well, people are usually are supposed to fast in Ramadan to feel for those who are deprived.
Of course, yeah.
But unfortunately, many Muslims use Ramadan as a season for eating.
Right.
From the time the sun sets until dawn, they spend the night
eating,
filling up, which is not a very good thing to do.
No, we don't do that. We'll eat a meal and that'll be it. I don't think I could eat that much in one sitting anyway. I don't think I'd eat, but
especially when the night is quite short, as it is here.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. But it's a discipline, and it was a shift certainly in the way that you live. But the body is pretty resilient. It's amazing. I think you understand what your body's capable of, and going without food for a few hours here and there actually it's probably not a bad thing, particularly in the way in which we eat today. So it's actually probably one of the healthier periods of the year actually.
Yes, indeed. Now, finally, having made that journey to Islam, do you feel obliged to talk to colleagues who are not Muslim about it? I mean, do you do that, or you prefer not to?
Openly, I mean, I have colleagues that are Muslim. In my office in London. In fact, one of my colleagues there is Muslim, and she, we often talk about particularly around Ramadan. She'll tell me she's feeling a bit peckish and hungry and things. So there's someone there, but I don't necessarily talk to lots of people about it. I feel if people want to know, I'm happy to discuss it with them. But no, I tend to just I guess focus on what it is it's doing for me and for the people around me and my family. But if anyone asks me, as per your question earlier, if I'm challenged on it, or if the religion is challenged through misconception, I feel duty bound to answer that question, just to articulate the truth and try and pick it apart a bit and get a degree of sense with it. But no, there are people around me that are fasting at the same time. We'll discuss that, but and work colleagues. We have a real mix of work colleagues, from every nation, every age group.
That's the beauty of London, isn't it?
Absolutely, very diverse, and also there's and it's great in eating in London. It's very simple and easy. We have a halal Turkish around the corner, so it's. I don't think it's. I think it's become much more, particularly in London. I think it's particularly. I don't think there's any shock or it's maybe less misconception, because there is a broader mix of Muslim within London than there is. I think maybe we should come to the outskirts where I used to live in Surrey, is much less. So there's probably more misunderstanding there. But as I say, the people and friends that I have close to me have not caused or not thrown up any questions that have been concerning them, let's say.
Well, Brother Paul, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
And to you, thank you very much.